All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another DC Worlds Collide video. This is Mr. Squirrel. As always, glad to have you here. So what I wanted to talk about in this video is my account progress and potentially next steps. I think a lot of people have been asking, like, what do I do here? Why am I doing this? And I wanted to kind of talk about where my account is at and then what am I planning on doing moving forward. So this is to kind of help people think about, like, when you're planning out, how are you progressing in a way that is both horizontal, so you're maximizing many characters, while also vertical, so that your main team is able to get stronger and stronger and stronger to push the story further and further and further. So without further ado, let's talk a little bit about what is my main team and then what's going to be my secondary team. So beautifully, now that all of my 5 characters are the strongest, that my main team is my top 5, which is Hal, which I'll do a video on him later, Superman, Jess, Guy, and Mr. Terrific. This is my main team with me running Mr. Terrific as the leader. Now, on Mr. Terrific's team, you cannot be running a tank, and that way your superpower DPS just get a massive boost in defense and attack and lifesteal, yada, yada, yada. Overall, they just become a whole heck of a lot stronger. So with that in mind, my focus is keeping them kind of singularly focused on this team. Now, the reason I like this team so much is because it's doing a lot of damage. It's got extra defenses because of the Mr. Terrific ability, leader skill or team synergy. But then above all, it's also running Superman now, who is a god. But above all, it's giving these minor shields that adds further survivability with Jess and Hal. It increases this level of survivability. And one thing that's really nice about this team is that it has a lot of debuff removal because of Mr. Terrific. And that actually is quite powerful when so many characters are applying debuff, along with also one of the main teams in the game right now being debuffs. Debuffs really can't screw with you if you're not prepared for them. And Mr. Terrific's team actually has a lot of ways to remove them. And then once I get Mr. Terrific to rank 10, then the team gets HP back when he does all of these things. So how I'm operating right now is you're going to notice that these 3 characters, so Hal, who's rank 30, Jess, who's ranked badge 20. So Hal is badge 30, Jess is badge 20, and then Guy is badge 26. Now, Guy right now is my main target for increasing badge rank, because at badge 30 or plus 30, max tier 3, he has the potential to throw out numerous amounts of auto attacks when he's attacking. And because of that, if that procs with Chrono's Power Gauntlet, which is now at rank 3 for him, he can get massive amounts of damage amp and massive amounts of damage reduction, and he's just tanking it up. That's why he has a little bit of speed, because I want him to go faster so that he can throw more autos and just subsequently get a lot stronger. Okay. Now, the one thing that's interesting about why this is my main team is because what I found early on is that it was performing at the same degree or the same level as a much higher investment shield team. And because of that, I just realized, well, I have a lot of overlapping characters with Hal and Jess, and I was like, well, I can pivot. And when I came to these points where I was getting stuck in the story where it's like, you need 4 characters that are level 200, I was like, well, this is going to take forever. In the meantime, I'm doing that. I'm actually, while I'm like getting more resources to rank up my characters, I might as well start pivoting in these moments where I'm kind of stuck and reallocating resources, working on these badges to badge up the subsequent characters and stop badging up like my shield team per se, like the tanks. And so I pivoted out a couple weeks ago, and now it's I was able to push the story. I'm currently sitting at 30-3. There we go. 30-3. Now, the reason I'm not progressing any further is because I need one character at level 220. I'm going to make another video about this, is how you should be raising up your character's rank, because in a lot of these games, you really want to maximize like 1 tank and 1 DPS, and then they'll just kind of carry you through the whole game. But in this game, unfortunately, there's a lot of blocks in terms of you need a character, this many characters at rank, yada, yada, yada. And so, or level, blah, 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 blah. And so that means that you kind of just need a main team that's pretty much equal in level and pushing the story pretty well. So there's that. Now, when we come back, so then you're probably thinking, okay, so, as we start getting into the 30s, though, you're going to start needing to build up a second team. Like, really needing to build up a second team. Now, when I looked at my account, I was like, all right, so the important thing is that the second team cannot overlap with characters in the first team, which means it cannot involve Hal, Soups, Jess, Guy, or Terrific. So it has to be a team completely separate of them. Now, I do have Lex, and I was thinking about a Sinestro debuff team. And then I kind of started thinking about, okay, I kind of want that, and I kind of don't. Because, unfortunately, what they started running at the same time was the block. And this started getting me thinking, well, I might want to just start straight up investing in the block team. Because while I don't have Blue Beetle, I'm getting close to unlocking both of the copies of Blue Beetle, which I don't recommend everyone do. Again, as a content creator, I do want to make sure that I'm building up so that I can do these videos. I'm getting a lot of requests now for like different characters, and I'm trying to like it's kind of this weird balance in this game where you want to like maximize your team, but you also want to create rank up characters so you can showcase them as well. But towards that end, I'm working currently on the block team. So I have Ocean Master and Nightwing rank 7 and 6 respectively. I will start ranking them up more and more. But I want to use this time right now to start getting Blue Beetle. Then I'll have Ocean Master, Nightwing. I'm going to put Wonder Woman in this team along. So the next team is going to be Nightwing, Ocean Master, Wonder Woman, Blue Beetle, and then with Bloodsport as the 5th character on that team. That will be Team 2. It'll be my block-based team. My goal is to get them as soon as possible and start investing in them while continually maximizing characters. Now, I want to show something here that's really important about Team 1 that I haven't fully addressed. My primary goal right now is actually to get Guy and Terrific to rank 9. And the reason for that is at rank 8, the max level they can get to is 220. When you get them to rank 9, the max level bumps up to 260. That is a gigantic jump. Now, hold on one second. So the point that I'm trying to make here is that my numero uno priority is to get both of these characters up to rank 9. That way it allows me to continue pushing their level further beyond 220. I do not want to get locked behind that level lock. But they are lower, right? In terms of lower, I mean saying like that's who I'm pushing right now to get to rank 9. Unfortunately, if we go over to the mother box, we are now currently sitting at multiple weeks since they've both released, and they have not added them to the pool, which is a little frustrating, especially I was hoping they were going to do that this week because of weekly reset. So it's a little frustrating that they have not added them. Because by this point they've been out close. I think Guy's almost been out close to like 3 weeks now, and he has not been added to the pool yet, the general pool, and nor has Mr. Terrific. Now, what was interesting is that for Superman, they released him like that. They put him like within a week or two, he was right back into the general pool, but they haven't been giving the same, like the speed of putting the character in those pools. And so this leads me to saying, okay, now the reason I'm also going the block team next is because I can get the best in slots members for that team moving forward, right? So there's going to not be that many additions, and I've already semi-built up my Wonder Woman. Now, that is important for this conversation because I think the block team is lacking like one thing, and that's going to be like a lot of AoE damage, and of which Wonder Woman brings a ton of to that team. And I have her best in slot artifact. Once I get her to rank 8, I will put her on I'll put her on that team, so it'll operate really well. It'll be 2 reds, 3 greens, so it'll have nice bonuses as well. But that way it doesn't overlap also with any characters in Team 1. Now, that is going to be my secondary priority right now. And then I'm going to worry about Team 3 later. Team 3 is not a priority right now. because team 3 I think is in a weird spot, and you're going to be like, what's your team 3? It's actually going to be Sinestro with Lex Luthor. I think those two pair really well together, but the issue there is I actually think with that's a team that's so flexible that if we get some new tanks, while I think Grodd is very good, I actually think he's phenomenal on that team. We have Bizarro, who's going to get a buff. I'm waiting to see kind of what they do in the future. They mentioned that there's going to be new debuffs coming out. And so I'm like, is there going to be new additions to this team? And the reason I'm waiting right now is we know we're not getting any new characters until August 27th. So we got a ways. We got weeks to go here. At least, so actually 9 days. So we got at least a week and a half from the making of this video until they release new characters. Of which my focus in that time is to maximize the block team and not worry about pretty much anything else, or maximize getting more copies of Guy and Terrific. I want to at least get them both to 9. Then I can slow down on that team a little bit. I do really want to get Terrific to rank 10. I'm going to prioritize getting Guy to 9 because he gets actually a lot better at 9. 10's like just a stat buff and a level buff. But my goal is actually Superman to 10 and Guy and Terrific to 10. Terrific for his leader skill, because that sucker becomes at rank 10. It is good, right? And Superman just gets insanely tanky at rank 10 because he gets a 40% damage back as health. And I have my Supes as a tank build, which just means a lot of HP. And that's because he gets HP back. On the ult, he gets HP back. It's so the more HP. So in that regard, that's just kind of where I'm going right now with the main team. Then right now, what I really want to prioritize is getting that block team and getting 2 copies of Blue Beetle. So that way I can get him to rank 8 and make him artifact like ready, right? Because I'm not as worried about rank on my second team, because in that second team, they're going to be built piggybacking off of the levels of the first team, and block is pretty good. It'll be a good secondary team. But right now, as I move into the 30s, which is where I'm at, I really need to think about, okay, I need to get the second team up and running because you're going to need it in the story pretty soon. So, and I need to start diversifying the account. I really want to work on that block team too, because with Elite Arena, you get a lot of good resources while also maximizing my primary team. So block now is going to be the secondary team because, again, I'm very close to unlocking its best in slot characters. And then I'm keeping that third team because while it's important in the Elite Arena, right now it's not important for the third team. You don't need it for ways. And so I'm waiting on that third team until much, much later, and worrying about block and Terrific team. Even with new characters, I'll try to pull them and so I can do some showcases on them, but I won't be able to max them for a while. And so I'm just being real with everyone. I'm trying to push my account as fast as possible, but also keeping this within relative reason. So what I want to do in this end part of the video is kind of show how am I summoning moving forward. Now, I did summon a little bit on the team recruitment block. I did get very lucky in the sense of I pulled characters that I needed. However, now I only need 1 copy of Vixen and 1 copy of Nightwing to get the 2 copies of Blue Beetle. So in my hope in this last part is to actually, what I want to do right now is see if I can get I need 8 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, great. Okay, I think enough. Hopefully I can pull an early one, and if I can get Nightwing or Vixen, that would be great. All right, so let's see what I can pull here. Hopefully I can get something that I need that will help me progress my account even further. I don't know what any of these even, I'm hoping that means something. Who knows? It's hard to read this. Sometimes it means how much yellow, like, is it like Super Saiyan? I don't think this is anything. Yeah, it's not anything. All right, let's do it again. Hopefully I can get an early one. That would be great. Nope. It would be nice to pull something early. If I don't get something early, then that's just the way this is. All right, I'll take the Elite Fragment. Wow, that was not a good one. All right, now hopefully I can get something here. I know it's maybe an early pull. Maybe. Am I going to full pity? I think we're going to full pity. Well, that's not fun. That's a lot of elites at least. All right. Give me 1 second. Okay. So let's do this now. I think I have, let's see if I can pity. Oop, wrong banner. Do not go on that banner. All right. A Nightwing or a Vixen, or even both would be great. If I can get both in this multi, ooh, that would be so sweet. Okay. Let's see who we get. Come on. Both of them in one multi. Come on. I'm going to full pity here. Give me both. Both. Oh man, I'm hitting full pity. That's rough. Vixen. All right, great. That's not bad. That actually, so if we go back here, and we go to the character fusion, I don't actually fully need, even another copy of Nightwing. As I can just use, you know what we can do here? So now if we do this, I'll show you. Oh, wrong thing. Okay, if we use this, and I can use, so for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, I think, okay, so let's look. How many do we have of Ocean Master? 120 of Ocean Master. And then we would need 25 of Nightwing. So let's do this here. We'll go to Nightwing now. Okay. Great. Now what that allows me to do here, and that's why I save these things, is I can now fully unlock 2 copies of Blue Beetle, which I'm going to do here. Okay, so I got Blue Beetle, and I can get his second copy right now. So I want to highlight this because I have been saving. Luckily, I had enough shards and stuff like that, and I got decently lucky. Perfect. So now I have Blue Beetle for my block team, which is great. And that, I think I can go here. I actually left. Nope, I didn't leave a space. That's fine. I will figure that out later. Actually, we'll just take Raven off. And I'll just put him on there later. Now, why this is so great is, oh, I can actually, ooh, great, all of his things too, is because now I have my block team ready to go. I'm just going to start each week pulling epic dupes for this team because I actually have an extra copy of Wonder Woman. I just did 110 pull on her banner and I pulled her. So then it was like, okay, well, now I have an extra copy of Wonder Woman, and my goal on the second team is just to get them to rank 8 and stop there while I'm working on ranking up my first team to at least 9 and 10. Because at rank 8 on the second team, it allows me to equip them with artifacts. That is important for that second team because artifacts give such boosts to your characters. You really want to make sure that your primary team, you're pushing rank 9 and 10, so you can get that at the level 300, which will take a very long time. And then for my secondary team, the levels don't matter, so I don't need to really push them. Like, I don't need to be crazy insane about pushing them past rank 8, which is why I wanted 2 copies of Blue Beetle. Both Blue Beetle and Wonder Woman I can now get to rank 8, and it is now just about getting enough dupes of Ocean Master, Nightwing, and Bloodsport to rank them up to rank 8 each individually. And then I will worry about, from that point on, I will worry about next steps beyond that later. Again, the only goal for team 2 is to get them to rank 8 so I can unlock their badges, and then I can also begin unlocking the artifacts for them, because that's the other thing you have to consider is that, remember, you need artifacts for these characters. So for instance, Blue Beetle, I already have a lot of main equipments for my main team, but one artifact that I'm actually really excited to run on Blue Beetle is just this blue one, because this blue one will actually give him 12% block chance, just flat out 12% block chance with equipment. He'll have 22% block chance. And so he's sitting at, without the gate, with like right out the gate, 22% block chance, minus other things as well. Like, we're just talking straight from like equipment and artifacts. That is incredibly important for his passive, which gives a lot of, like, I'll show you really quickly. This is just how I'm thinking as I'm planning out these characters. Where did I put Blue Beetle? We go to skill. It's right here. During battle, every 1% block that Blue Beetle has grants 0.5% crit damage reduction to all back row allies and himself up to 30%. So he is giving, if I can get this block, like just flat out block chance is at 22%, I can keep bumping this up to 30. He's giving everyone crit damage reduction. So he's making the team really, really tanky, right? And so that's why I'm okay giving him just a flat blue, because it actually does a lot for him. And it makes him overall increasing his passive and what it's doing, along with the fact that he is sitting on this team with Ocean Master who can give him buffs as well. So that's kind of what my thinking is right now. It is how I'm approaching Team 1 and Team 2. So that way, as I'm getting into the 30s, when I need 2 teams, they're ready to go, and I'm not just like caught with it like a deer in the headlights. Okay, ladies and gents, that's it for this one. I hope it helps with kind of thinking about how am I planning out my teams. Again, if you're in the teens or the 20s, do not worry about your second team. Get your primary team ranked up. Remember, the most important thing is to get to rank 8. And then from that point, you really need to start pushing to rank 9 and 10, because again, you need to be able to push past the level caps. And to do that, you have to get rank 9 and 10. So it's really, really important moving forward that you really think, okay, my main team needs to be at rank 10. It is also critical that your like team synergy person, which is, there's many good ones, is rank 10, because they do get, a lot of the teams get really big buffs to the leader skill at rank 10. That's the max level of the leader skills. So all that to say, planning this out is really important. You don't want to like not plan this accordingly, because essentially, like you saw how I'm saving up epic fragments. That's that way, without fully having to pull for these characters insanely, I could just use some of the epic fragments and accelerate my progress for characters that have like, I had like an unequal amount of epic fragments for, and unlock Blue Beetle without pulling, 3 of each character. I was able to, and I did get decently lucky as well. But now that I'm in this position, I'm in a really good position moving forward to have my block team set up. And that puts me, that now I'm like, okay, I can calm down. I can just summon for these characters that have block. I don't know how much I want to summon on the upcoming new characters, because remember, as I said in my previous videos, I was looking for Blue Beetle. I now got 2 dupes of him. And remember, for him specifically, for my block team, getting to rank 8 is like, okay, that's where I'm trying to get that team to, and then just, get the artifacts on them so that they can operate well in higher difficulties. But also, it's the primary focus here is I need to get that main team to rank 9 and 10, because I need them to be able to push past level 220. I need them to be sitting, they are the team which will dictate the levels of the rest of my teams. And if they're not leveled up, and if I start hitting these points where I'm level capped, I have real issues progressing my account, because then it's not even, I don't have enough resources. It's like, no, I can't level them, which is why now I am just going to be passively working on my block team, just very like casually. I'm like, okay, I need a couple more copies of this. I need to get Bloodsport up, but their level will always now just be following the levels of the other teams. But it is really important that I get them to rank 8 so I can just start slotting in artifacts on these characters and make them as strong as I possibly can, right? So that's how I'm approaching all of this. I hope this kind of helps in how to think about this and how to plan out. Again, if you have any questions, let me know. If you want to like send me your account, like pictures of your account, and you want me to think about, how can I help you? One thing, you can at me at Twitter, and what I can even make a series out of this is you send me an account. I will look at your account on a video, and I can give you feedback, and hopefully that will help other people. In my YouTube channel, you will find my video. You will find my Twitter account. You can send me, what I might do at the end of this video, I'm probably just do it tomorrow morning, is I'll make a tweet, and you can respond to that tweet. I'll at DC Worlds Collide, and then respond to it. And I can create kind of a video going through people's different accounts, and maybe even do like an account review and tell you kind of like where you should probably go. And maybe if that's helpful, it's up to you guys. Let me know in the comments if that's something you'd like to see. And if so, we can figure something out. All right, ladies and gents, I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. And as always, failing is just your first attempt at learning.